Absolutely. It's the fight of a lifetime to be fought in the next 3 weeks. And guess what? Most people have to fight this by sitting in their homes safely. So, it is really, if you look at it from that perspective, it is something that all of us can do and can contribute to. I also want to welcome at this point Mr. Vikas Oberoi onto the show, Dr. Pavan Gurha, as well as Sumant Sinha, who are joining us now as we're discussing the implications of what we're seeing over the next few days. Mr. Vikas Oberoi, just to come to you very quickly, realty sector already taken a huge hit, but now how do you think your sector, your company can redirect in a sense to help at this time? We're seeing innovative methods the world over. In the real estate sector, where do you think those potentials are?
So, firstly, let me tell you that I have great regard for what Mr. Modi has done. And for me now, it's not really about the company, it's about the country, it's about the people of the country. Our Chief Minister under, the able bureaucracy has put up a beautiful plan. We are, all together and building a 1,000-room isolation center in Mumbai. And, all our energies are now focusing to building that so that we can create capacity should that be required. I think the position that our PM has taken, this will really, really give us a fighting chance to ensure that we probably are in a position to defeat this. So I'm really, really completely drenched into and focusing only into, ensuring that we are in a position to fight this out.
Absolutely. Mr. Oberoi, there has been a suggestion and there have been reports which talk about this massive unsold inventory that is in cities like Mumbai, in Gurgaon, in, NCR region. Can these, this inventory, these unsold flats or commercial offices be repurposed at this time? We need quarantine facilities. We possibly will need space in the coming days.
Absolutely, wherever we have apartments which are not occupied by other people can easily be used as quarantine facilities. A lot of that is happening in Mumbai and Thane region, and developers have been forthcoming in contributing whatever one can in whoever has ready apartments and is able to do that. So they are being used as you speak.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Oberoi, for joining us on this special show, and excellent to hear about how you are focusing on building quarantine facilities in tandem with the government. It's a time of need. We all have to push ourselves at this point. Sumant Sinha, Dr. Pavan Gurha with me. Dr. Gurha, I just want to come to you and get a sense on the medical aspect of it. Do you think that this address, in extremely stark words, really not cushioning any blow, was required because of how callous people have been? There is still, a large belief among people that kuch nahi hota hai, that we can just go out for a bit even if we don't need to, and perhaps it's understandable that people will take time to figure this out. But do you think that this strong message has gone out today?
I guess this is a measure which was required and it should have gone out well today. I think if we look across the globe, the countries that have been successful in containing this, like China, for example, had to exercise a which was called a draconian lockdown at that time. And the countries which were initially not so strict, and therefore people were going out and mingling with each other, they had to face the consequences. Our country being as large as it is, being as densely populated as it is, we really need to control the disease before it spreads like wildfire. And also our infrastructure, our resources are very limited. Considering all this, I think this is a very important step which has come just in time, that we need to control this now by complete clampdown and except for the essential services. Nobody else moves out. We are all going to pay an enormous price for it, but that's a price worth paying to save our lives.
You know, I have, of course, Nikunj Dalmia with me. Nikunj, I heard you speaking before about whether markets should be open. It's the big question, isn't it?
Tamanna, again, we are talking about markets which